The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the Detroit Pistons. This Detroit group has been getting things done. They've really got it going, working on a 5-game winning streak. They'll try to push it to 6 straight with a victory tonight. And tonight, we get to see one of the faces of the NBA, Blake Griffin. He's battled a number of injuries, but Kenny, he's still one of the league's better power forwards.
He gives you a lot of things, Ernie, and I really believe if he didn't get injured early on, he would have been higher in the MVP voting last year. Terrific passer, tries to improve his range every season, now shooting threes.
Kenny, what are you talking about? Everybody gets injured. Let's just talk about how he adds a physical presence. You know, it's too bad him and Chris Paul could never reach the finals together.
Well, I'm not going to argue with that.
Me either.
You don't want to argue.
That does it for us. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Knock you out.
Mama said.
On the floor for the visiting Detroit Pistons. At shooting guard, Luke Kennard. At small forward, Reggie Bullock. At the other guard position, Reggie Jackson. At the other forward position, Blake Griffin. At center, Andre Drummond. The head coach of the visiting team is Dwayne Casey. And now, your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At shooting guard, standing 6'6", number 6, Lance Stevenson. At power forward, standing 6'8", number 5, Andreas Carter. At the other guard position, standing 6'1", number 17, Dennis Schroeder. At center, standing 6'11", number 0, DeMarcus Cousins. At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 23, LeBron James. The head coach of your home team is Luke Walton. Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Lakers.
Everyone is in their seats here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles as the Los Angeles Lakers look to grab a win on the home floor. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. Along with Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. And what an honor for us tonight to bring to you the greatest Laker perhaps of all time, Kobe Bryant. Kobe, so great to have you with us courtside tonight.
Oh, thank you, man. The pleasure is all mine. And I always like to stop by and spend time with you guys.
Well, this is going to be fun tonight.
Sure is.
And, of course, Jaja Pachulia not here, but we've seen the team playing well regardless of that fact.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Pistons, the big men are Griffin and Drummond. Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Bullock in at the 3 slot. Drummond dishes to Griffin. Shot clock at 2. And the rejection by Cousins. And it's the Lakers on the break. Stevenson with the ball. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Stevenson's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Lakers. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. Kobe, in other sports, I mean, people always admired the mind of Peyton Manning playing in the NFL. Tom Brady, the way he thinks the game through. I compare you to that. Did you have that same kind of fascination in other sports with the great players that were similar to you in basketball?
Yeah. We used to get together. I remember the first time I met Peyton was at an Orlando Magic game, '99. He came in the locker room, and we were just getting started. So I was just asking questions about his process and stuff, and he started going to, like, mock cover 2 and and I was like, and he went on for like a good 5 minutes. When he was done, I said, Peyton, I don't understand anything you just said, right? But he spoke at a level of detail that was beyond fascinating.
You were impressed by that?
Yes, which then leads to more questions. You're like, Tom and I talk often about that stuff too, and how much we love the game, how much we love the process and the attention to every little detail. It's fun to be around, no matter the industry.
Here's Jackson following the basket by LeBron James. Jackson drives in. The shot that time, not on target. Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Got a piece of it. Pulls up on the wing. Not going to go that time.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
And it's Drummond missing.
Yeah, and they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
Now, here's Stevenson. Defense is right there. James outside. Kicks it to Cousins. And it's off from three-point range. The Pistons have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Griffin passes to Jackson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Having a good, efficient start to this game offensively. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Stevenson with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Passes it to Harrell. The feed to Cousins. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. And Kobe, you think about playing the game. You don't miss the physical side of it, but I know the mental side was so big for you, especially as your career went on.
Well, yeah. Well, every season was a new puzzle, right? So it's, as a leader of the team, it's not so much about yourself. You have to put that to the side and think about how to put together the puzzle for your teammates. How do you put them in a situation where they're reaching their max potential?
Yes.
Right? That's what gets the championship done. So every season is exciting because the puzzle is new, right? The emotions, the goals that your teammates have are all new. And so you have to figure out how can you put them in the best possible position to be successful and in turn help us win a championship.
That's a great explanation. And the first one at the line is good.
Despite all the injuries, Griffin was given the big contract. That kind of thing is a guessing game, but with high stakes.
Both free throws good from Griffin. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. James looking it over. Shoots over Bullock. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Understanding that defenses are going to guard against the drive, LeBron counters from the mid-range.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensational. James, and there's another one for the Lakers.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
At the elbow, it's Drummond. Jackson has the open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Jackson's got 7 points.
Good eyes by Drummond. He's working on this. Spots the open man, delivers the dime.
And Kobe, many people measure success in the NBA with the number of rings, not so much the stats. For Karl Malone and Steve Nash and guys of that ilk, you know, they're truly great players, but they never won a championship. How are these legacies measured, do you think, when all is said and done, when you take a look at the landscape of that topic?
Well, they're great players who just never won championships. I mean, it's that simple to me. They're just phenomenal players. And winning a championship is extremely difficult. You have to have so many things go right for you, and you have to be extremely fortunate to be with an organization and to have a GM that understands talent, understands cap, understands how to build championship caliber teams. And Michael and myself were extremely fortunate, as was Larry, as was Magic. But at the same time, it becomes a player's responsibility to lead that core group of players to the title.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Detroit. And Stevenson kicks to James. It's Harold, top of the key. Stevenson outside. Shoots over Bullock. And James gets it to go on the assist by Harold. That's 10 points for LeBron.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the top rebounding teams in the NBA this season. Fifth on the list, the Pistons.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Here's Drummond. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Well, Kobe, you're known as one of the greatest Lakers of all time. I know you feel there are a lot of guys in that first line of the sentence, right?
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Guys that I've watched growing up. I mean, I go all the way back to the days of Pollard and Mikan, and I've watched them all, let alone the Baylors, you know, the Chamberlains, the Jabbars, the Worthies. I mean, it's just...
What names?
I mean, what franchise has those?
No one.
Right? I mean, if you look up in the rafters and you see all the jerseys that are hanging up there, they're not some of the all-time Laker greats. They're some of the all-time greats, period. Right? And so to be a part of that franchise is just mind-blowing.
Here's James following the basket by Blake Griffin. Here's Bullock. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
It does. It keeps the crowd out of it. This is how you win on the road.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Pistons passing it around. Pass to Kennard. Misses the 3. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Cousins. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Mavericks in Dallas.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Then for the Pistons, Robinson's checked in for Reggie Bullock, and it's Ish Smith in for Luke Kennard. Outside Griffin. Lobbed up there for Drummond and stolen by Cousins. Here's LeBron.
Great scorers have this ability. Let LeBron get that close, that's 2 points or a trip to the line.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
Free throw good, LeBron. Kobe, you love to take over a game. You're scoring everything you did. Who are the players you faced, though, who held their own against you defensively, that were always something maybe that you really enjoyed playing because you knew they were so good defensively?
Yeah, Tony Allen is my all-time favorite to go against. I loved going up against Tony Allen.
Monster, huh?
He was amazing. Well, he didn't ask for any help ever.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I'm going to send Kobe down here and come for the trap. He wasn't asking for help. He's like, no, me and you. No matter how many times I hit him, no matter how many times I scored him, he was still there every single time. And I loved competing against him. Raja Bell as well. I loved competing against Raja.
Yeah, there were some battles with you and him when he played with Phoenix.
Yeah, because there was no back down on him, right?
None.
Eric Snow, Bruce Bowen, I liked a lot. He played the game differently. He tried to frustrate you and all these things. So I was fortunate enough to go up against some really top defenders. Kawhi, I didn't get a chance to see much because it was later in my career.
That'd have been a good matchup.
I would have loved it.
Lakers shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
One shot.
Free throw good, LeBron.
You know, the one chink in LeBron's armor, decent but somewhat inconsistent from the free throw line.
Smith kicks to Zhang. Inside and stolen by James. Kuzma, the tip in on the offensive rebound. And now it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey. What's the news, David?
Well, Kevin, when I asked him about the defensive game plan, he said they have to clog up the middle and deny clean looks at the basket. If they can do that, he thinks they'll have the upper hand. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for LeBron. Kobe, how important is it for young players to have mentors?
Oh, extremely important. I consider them the North Star. Right? They're always there to provide guidance and kind of a map of generally where you want to go or the direction you want to go. And I always felt muses were important because if I could study them and see how they got to where they are, then it'll help me avoid some of the landmines that they may have stepped on and had to persevere through.
And gracious of you to become a mentor now for so many.
Well, it's part of the responsibility, I think, of giving back to the game, right? The game has given me so much. I've had great mentors in my life, and I feel like it's important to pay it forward.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Reggie Jackson. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 4th in scoring, 10th in three-point field goal percentage. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. The first one falls.
You know, the way he plays the game, he's always in attack. This is the one area I think he definitely has to improve on in his career. Ish Smith is knocking down free throws.
Smith hits them both. Now here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Kuzma. Howard trying to free himself up. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Jackson kicks to Smith. In the corner, it's Jang. Back to Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Over Beasley. Smith, no good. Los Angeles leading by 8. Robertson finds Rondo. Now the pass to Kuzma. Traps in the tray. Kuzma's got his second basket of the night.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
After 20 years in the NBA, Kobe, you were able to play with so many people. Who is most like you among guys you played with, who you would have said, this guy is like-minded? Like would Derek Fisher fit that category?
Yeah, D-Fish was tough.
Yeah.
D-Fish was tough. Adam Morrison, actually, believe it or not.
No kidding.
Adam Morrison. It made
Really?
practices, it drove us because he was competitive in practice. I mean, he tried to play defense. I mean, he couldn't move laterally with the athleticism that most players could. But he was competing hard every single day, man. And he had a lot of competitiveness
You
and
like
fire
that?
in him. Oh, yeah. My whole team was built like that. We had a lot of guys that were temperamental. A lot of temperamental guys that you look at and say, you know what? You're not going to win a championship with that group. And we sit back and we laugh to this day. Like Shannon Brown and I will get together and we'll talk about the old days.
Yeah.
And we'll just look at each other and say, you know, can you believe we won a championship with a bunch of misfits?
But collectively, I guess, right, there was something that obviously worked.
Yeah, we're all crazy.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when you take a bunch of crazy and you focus it on one thing, it tends to work out.
There it is, yeah.
There it is.
Another ring.
Yeah.
And he can't hit the second. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. It's a 10-point game. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season.
The interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
I like it. East versus West. This is a very intriguing matchup.
Now, here is Robinson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Back to Jang. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Rondo against Smith. Rondo looking around. Five to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Sinks the triple. Kuzma's got 8.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. To the paint, here's Jang. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Robinson against Beasley. Just 5 to shoot. He kicks it to Rondo. From deep three-point range, that shot no good. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. One of the most dominant big men in the league, Andre Drummond, says he's learned how to be a leader on this team.
Watching previous guys who've led this team and did the things that they did, I write that kind of stuff in the back of my head and just say, this is something I need to do this. Or if I see something I didn't like, this is something I probably will stay away from. And I think now that I'm in a role where I could kind of lead this team, I kind of have the blueprint on what I need to do to make this team successful.
And, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And, guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
I tell you, on fire all period long. And this is how you want to start the game.
They built up a monster lead on the heels of great shooting. Love the attack mindset here.
Kyle Kuzma is out there with Beasley. Then there's Howard. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Robertson in at the shooting guard position. That's the Laker 5.
Breakdown by the defense there. Jackson, a solid mid-range shooter. You like to push him out further.
Unloads from 13. Rebound by Jang. Pistons trailed by 9. Jackson kicks to Smith. Back to Jackson. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Rondo. Passes it to Kuzma. To the inside. Robinson pulls it in. Detroit with the ball. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus, but they held each other accountable and played hard.
Kobe, a lot of teams now playing a more spread-out offensive style. You played with a spread 4 and Robert Horry, Lamar Odom. You also played with more of a twin tower feel on your roster. Which way would you lean when you think about those different styles?
That doesn't matter to me.
You like them all?
Yeah, it just depends on the personnel that you have.
Right.
And with the personnel that you have, you make the most out of it.
That puzzle you keep talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just, every puzzle's built differently.
Right.
Right? And you just try to do what you can with what you have. So it doesn't matter.
And you like that figuring out process.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Even though you're the same, you've got to kind of adapt now what's on your roster.
Yeah, you have to be able to adapt to the players that you have around you, and understanding what they need. It's not what you need. It's what do they need. And as long as the leader of the team can make that shift, they'll be fine with whatever they have on their roster.
Great description. Here's Jang following the bucket by the Lakers. Kicks to Jackson. 5 on the clock. Looking for Jang. He gets it there. Over Rondo. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Robertson the pass to Beasley. To the inside. Now Jackson. He picked up 30 points in their last win against San Antonio.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
Here's Robertson, guarded by Jackson. Howard finds Rondo. Six on the shot clock. That one drops for him.
Timeout.
And the Lakers lead by 11.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint from time to time.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Howard. Harrell comes in for Michael Beasley. And Stevenson's checked in for Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Rajon Rondo. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Drummond's checked in for Aaron Baines. Griffin comes in for Gorgie Dang. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Kennard in for Reggie Jackson. Now, here's Bullock. An 11-point game for him in the win against San Antonio. And it's Drummond missing. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. Stevenson with a clean look. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And right there you see an underrated aspect to Cousins' game. Terrific instincts, senses the open man.
Smith feeling it out a bit. Pass to Kennard. He kicks it to Griffin. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
This is what you want out of your offense. A high percentage look for Blake Griffin.
Back to Schroeder. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder, the 17th overall pick in 2013 out of Germany. He's got a flair you don't associate with European players.
LeBron, he's checked in for the Lakers. Schroeder hits them both. And the Pistons with possession here, trailing by 13. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Griffin's shot is off. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Lakers. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. And it's Schroeder missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Bullock kicks to Smith. Down low. The 11-footer, he gets that one. And it's 8 points for Blake Griffin.
The more Blake Griffin gets comfortable at the mid-range, the more dynamic this offense becomes.
And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Schroeder. James has got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. Smith against Harrell. And it's in there. 8 points for Smith.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's LeBron. He can't get that one. Good D by Drummond. Pistons trail by 11. Smith outside. Pass to Kennard. Clock at 6. Inside. And stolen by Cousins. Here's Stevenson. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Now here's Griffin. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Here's Kennard. He's guarded by Stevenson. 4 on the shot clock. Releases. Kennard's shot is off.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Cousins is clever. The defender has to do a better job of beating his man to the spot and maintaining position.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Each year I'm seeing DeMarcus the improvement in his game, especially as a face-up shooter and playmaker.
Now here is Smith. 8 points for him. Here's Griffin. It's rebounded by Stevenson. Los Angeles leading by 15. Down low, Cousins. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Stevenson's got 3 assists now in this one.
You have to respect the fire from DeMarcus Cousins. It's a big part of what makes him a threat.
Here's Griffin. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Look out. He's starting to find the range in this second period.
James outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that Thunder game, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. Pistons trail by 16. Kennard, the pass to Drummond. Smith outside. Over Stevenson. And the shot no good, a bit short. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Smith. Following the basket by Lance Stevenson. Griffin. The shot will not fall. Straight D that time from Dennis Schroeder. James in the post. He's guarded by Bullock. Count that one. 22 points for LeBron.
LeBron is having himself a game. Staying aggressive, playing with a lot of force.
Cousins against Drummond. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. Detroit, no good that time either.
And tonight, he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
Now here's Griffin. He's got 10. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I mean, he's struggling, hitting a low percentage of his shots this quarter.
Schroeder surveying the floor. The three-pointer no good. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Detroit. The pass to Bullock. Griffin dishes to Bullock. Smith kicks to Kennard. Passes it to Griffin. Can they get it? They get it back. And the rejection by Cousins.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
Wasted no time on that one. Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and it's certainly, we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far.
And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Dwight Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for Lance Stevenson, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Jackson, he's checked in for Ish Smith. Jackson, that's a two-pointer, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
You know, easier said than done. What they need to do is string together some positive plays, try to turn the tide.
Now, here's Bullock. Jackson misses.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
1:35 left to play in the first half. Fades away. No good from Howard.
Right idea, but just too much heat on him defensively, even with the fadeaway.
Well, Kobe, I have to say it's been a real pleasure having you stop by our booth and spending some time with us for this game. Thanks again for coming by. I hope we can do it again.
We will, man. It's been a blast.
There he is, folks, the great Kobe Bryant. Well, Smitty, with Kobe stopping by the booth, you think back to some of the great moments of his career. Do you recall the first time you ever went up against him on the floor?
I do. I remember his rookie year. He didn't play a lot of minutes, but you could tell he was a special talent. He was a total package, and I was looking forward to see his career develop.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Griffin kicks to Bullock. Back to Griffin. Jackson against Schroeder. Drummond finds Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Pistons passing it around. The shot's good from Griffin.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Los Angeles leading by 21. Pass to Cousins. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot-blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Howard hits them both. This Pistons squad struggling. And here's Jackson. He's got 9. Kicks it to Griffin. Shoots over Kuzma. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
When Blake hits on a roll, you have to watch out. This is a man who has found some rhythm, and he is not letting up.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Lakers ahead, delivering the blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Dwayne, not the night you want so far. What do you see happening out there?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone the way of the Buffalo. And I don't know what it is. I could care less about offense. You know, we're going to score. That's not the problem. It's making up our mind and having a commitment to the defensive end.
Okay, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 25 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. He seems to have carried the momentum from his last game right into tonight. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop, but I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Smitty, you had an unbelievable career. Was there any chance or opportunity that you did not take that you wish you had?
You know, Kevin, it's three of them. One, I had a chance to be traded to the New York Knicks. I always wondered what it would be like to play in New York. They call that the Mecca. I didn't take that chance. I think second was to get a chance to play overseas at the end of my career. I think those are the two things that I wish I had a chance to go back. I would make different choices.
Now here's Drummond. Outside Jackson. 6 to shoot. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
And great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. The athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. Reggie Jackson out there with Kennard, and it's Bullock in at the 3. Cousins, no good.
Boy, this is rough on him. He wants to help out the team, which is playing well otherwise, but his shot just isn't there.
Jackson kicks to Bullock. Drummond up top to the paint. Here's Griffin. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Griffin's got the first basket of the second half here for the Pistons. Jackson looking it over. Pass to Kennard. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. He kicks it to Griffin. Shot clock at 6. Over Harrell. Here's Drummond. And stolen by Cousins. And it's the Lakers on the break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And what do you do with LeBron on the loose and coming at you full speed? All you can do is foul him.
He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5.
LeBron James at the line for 2.
Two.
And he makes the first.
The new head coach in Detroit is Dwayne Casey. They're lucky he was available. He guided the Raptors to a franchise best 59 wins last season, and he was the coach of the year.
He hits both from the stripe. And it goes to show you that any coach can get fired. Casey, one of the most successful, highly regarded coaches in the league. And Smitty still got let go.
If you learn about all he's overcome, all the tough jobs he's worked in the past, you knew he'd take it on the chin and keep on trucking.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A moment now to see the numbers for Schroeder. 9th in free throw percentage. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. The free throw drops for James. And he makes both free throws. Steve, the Pistons still one of the better defensive teams in the NBA, but wouldn't you say there is still room for improvement there?
Yeah, I think so, especially since Drummond is so young. He's the key, though. Also, Blake Griffin makes them a better rebounding team.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. The Pistons have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one misses. We talk a lot about making plays at the rim and hitting threes, but the mid-range game is still alive, Steve, and it's playing well with some players.
I love it because it's coming back. The guy I come to mind to think of, first of all, is DeMar DeRozan. I think the king of the mid-range. C.J. McCollum, Carmelo Anthony, LaMarcus Aldridge. Chris Paul, for a point guard, does a nice job.
Chris Paul, right.
Knocking down the mid-range game. I love the three-point shot, but I think the mid-range game is starting to come back. Pump fake, one dribble, and knock it down.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. You look at James, what a contribution.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
This is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of the NBA's top defenders down low. The league's leaders in rejections this month. Second, Andre Drummond.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Outside Jackson. Pistons passing it around. And it's Drummond with the jam.
With the flexibility to adjust at the rim, Drummond can catch the pass almost anywhere and still throw it down.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. James. He dishes it to Stevenson. Here's James. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. 31 points for LeBron.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Stolen by Stevenson. Here's Cousins. Good D by Drummond.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Cousins. 6 points for him. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
There's a certain electricity to Schroeder's game, this time with the statement finish.
Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, we've seen the growth of the G League, especially in how much it's been utilized for player development. A lot of guys going up to the NBA level. Steve, how do you think we'll see this evolve over the next 10 years?
I think the G League and this partnership with the NBA and teams has been fantastic. It's kind of similar to baseball right now in the minor leagues, and the teams have done a great job of having the flexibility to bring guys up and down. I love it for a lot of these young guys to get a chance to develop and also be a part of, I would say, the big team.
Excellent point. The Lakers making a switch here. Beasley's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Baines is checked in. Both free throws good from Jackson.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
And that one is off. Good D by Drummond. Jackson against Schroeder. Feeds to Drummond. Got a piece of it. And it's blocked by Stevenson. And LeBron with the basket, the assist from Stevenson. Stevenson's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Inside and stolen by Cousins. Schroeder outside. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Schroeder's got 8 points.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Outside Jackson. And there's the pass to Kennard. Lobbed up there for Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
And the Pistons making a change here. Smith is checked in. Here's Drummond. To the inside. Baines got a hand on it. And Detroit with another turnover here.
And here we can check out the story on DeMarcus Cousins. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's right around 17 points a night, 12 rebounds, and almost 2.5 steals. And you love his anticipation, all those steals. He's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
I mean, high-level feel for the game allows him to gamble with a purpose. Does he get burned once in a while? Sure, but not as often as he guesses right.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Smith the pass to Drummond. Back to Smith. There's the dish to Drummond. On the wing, Jackson pulls it from 20. Baines inside, working on Beasley, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
The Pistons have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Baines taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
The first one falls. A different look here for Detroit. Gorgie Dang comes in for Drummond. Robinson is subbed in for Reggie Bullock. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Unloads from 13. No good that time. Smith with some nice D. For Detroit, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Outside Robinson. Jackson finds Baines. And the rejection by Cousins.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
DeMarcus Cousins, for his size, he can make plays off the bounce. That kind of versatility is what makes him somewhat unguardable.
Well, DeMarcus Cousins, perhaps one of the biggest names in free agency this last offseason.
Kevin, clearly the top big man available. It wasn't obvious what the market for him would be like because of his injury. Still not surprised he ended up here because he fits in well with this team.
The Lakers have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. That one falls.
Unfair, right? James, too strong, too good. Been that way for a long time.
Jackson up top. He's guarded by Stevenson. Stevenson against Jackson. Baines dishes to Robinson. Just 4 to shoot. Over LeBron. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Robinson's got 5. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. We know analytics is in the NBA to stay. In fact, it's expanding every season. Do players pay as much attention, do you think, to the advanced statistics as the coaches in the front office and the talent evaluators do?
You know, I think players more and more, Kevin, now are looking at these numbers and trying to see where they can get better at in different areas. They use those numbers when it's an advantage for them during contract time. They definitely run right to those analytics and say the reason why they should be paid more. So, but I still think the coaching staff in the front office has a heavily balance on using it more than players.
Using them selectively is what you're saying.
To their advantage.
Yeah. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Cousins. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Michael Beasley. Robertson, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Now here's LeBron. He has 35. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith. That's foul number 2 for him. Stolen by Robinson.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin, no doubt about it, with their turnovers in the second half.
In the corner, Smith with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Rebounded by the Lakers. Here's Robertson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Rondo passes to Kuzma. James in the post. Guarded by Robinson. And LeBron James gets it to go.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Los Angeles foul call.
Pistons have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
The line for the Pistons. Gorgie Dang. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, good from Jang. And Jang drops them both. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Credit the vision of LeBron. Leave even one guy open, he'll find him.
Smith kicks to Robinson. Back to Smith. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, it's Jang. Robinson for 3, and the rejection by LeBron.
On the ball, off the ball, LeBron can really protect the rim.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Kuzma's got 5 points now this quarter.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on him.
Here's James, and James throws it down.
Incredible anticipation by LeBron. Kick starts the break.
Smith on the wing. He's covered by Rondo. Pass to Jang, and stolen by Kuzma. To the inside, hangs in the air, and James with the nice bucket inside. LeBron's got 41.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Outside, Robinson. Knocked loose. Just 5 to shoot. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Robertson finds James. To the paint. Here's Howard. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now here's Jackson. 13 points in the game. They need this one. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Thursday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
And that one falls for Jackson. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Detroit. Luke Kennard comes in for Smith. And so Jackson nails both of them. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Lakers. To the middle, here's James. And the rejection by Jang. And he gets it back. Here's Howard. James trying to free himself up. Tough sequence there, they just couldn't get it to fall. Pistons shooting around 41% on the night. Outside Jackson. From deep. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Kennard kicks to Griffin. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Jackson. The offensive rebound, Jang, and finished off by Jang.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
Yeah, GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul. Substitution for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell.
Here's Robertson. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a 3 at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
A little joke right at the buzzer.
And so it's Los Angeles with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Los Angeles has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Robertson, and it's Howard in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Rondo passes to Robertson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Howard. He drains it from the right block. Howard's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Los Angeles.
And that's Howard's game. These interior looks that he puts in so easily.
Now here's Thomas. He's tightly guarded. Johnson against Kuzma. Shoots from the baseline. The shot by Johnson, no good. Now here's Kuzma. He's guarded by Johnson. Kuzma kicks to Rondo. We've had a full season now, Steve, of the jersey-sponsored insignias and patches that has become a reality in the NBA. Any thoughts on that so far?
I guess, Kevin, because I'm old school, I don't like seeing it on the jerseys. I like the clean look. I would love to see it on their warm-up jerseys. You know, obviously their warm-up jackets and pants. I just don't like seeing it on the jersey. But I don't think I'm going to win this one, Kevin. I think they are here to stay. I think they might even add more sponsors on jerseys.
Yeah, the look they like is the look of money. Money, that's a good look.
That's the look
they get from those sponsorships, right?
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for the Lakers. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Back to Kuzma. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Kuzma's got 19 points.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Pass to Bates-Diop. Lets the three fly, and another three for Detroit.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Rondo with it. Kicks to Harrell. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. It's Calderon with the ball for the Pistons. Right side, Thomas. Calderon taking his time here. Johnson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trying his luck deep. That shot, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Rondo against Calderon. Outside Rondo. He feeds it to Harrell. Tipped away. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here's Thomas. Pass to Bates-Diop. Back to Thomas. Nice ball movement by Detroit. From the baseline. Great D that time from Rondo. Lakers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Robertson finds Rondo. Now Kuzma. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Johnson.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Steve, more and more we're seeing NBA players speak out on societal issues. Do you think it's gone too far in any way, or do you think it should go even farther?
No, I think a player should speak up. I think in all, all our 4 major sports, and in any possible way, I think guys should get a chance to weigh in on what they feel individually. Freedom of speech, and I think our players is just like everybody else. You have freedom of speech. You should be allowed to speak up on issues.
The Lakers making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. And the second free throw, good. The Pistons have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Calderon passes to Johnson, and stolen by Kuzma. Misses the hole. Now shooting 8 for 14. Detroit's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Johnson outside. Here's Griffin. Detroit, no good that time either. Los Angeles has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Schroeder outside. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Harrell. And Detroit with a change here too. Drummond's checked in. Here's Cousins. Beasley outside. The fadeaway. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Pistons on offense. Now here's Calderon. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Always with the great vision. Calderon still one of the best at finding the open man.
Schroeder outside. Now the pass to Kuzma. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Hey, continue to stack it up from 3. He's got 2 in each half so far.
For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Thomas kicks to Calderon. Johnson outside. When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But he also give those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning. When a guy can get a triple-double in wins versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats, I think that should be a category of his own.
2.
That's good from Schroeder. And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder is play on the defensive end.
Nobody questions how effective he is on offense. I just think he has a tendency to take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
Schroeder hits them both. Now Calderon. He kicks to Baines. Passes it to Bates-Diop. Steve, the NBA playing games in foreign countries now during the regular season. You think that'll become a more common occurrence?
I do, Kevin. I think they do a good job of getting a chance to, I would say, gather all the fans around the globe. Our game is going more global. And I think some of the players and some of the teams, they love it. I think a lot of times if they make sure the NBA, they're not sending the exact same teams and get a chance to spread the wealth, I think it's a great idea.
Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Thomas. And here is Drummond. Shot clock at 6. 16 feet away. They grabbed their own miss.
The league leader in offensive rebounds on multiple occasions. Drummond doing it again.
Calderon against Schroeder. Here's Robertson. Back to Schroeder. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Here's Robertson. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Los Angeles ball.
And the Lakers with possession here. 6 to shoot. Here's Cousins. Got a piece of it. To the middle. Here's Robinson. It's deflected. Cousins with it. Pass to Stevenson. 13 feet away. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Pass to Robinson. NBA wants to keep things competitive, and one way to do that was to make some changes, Steve, to the draft lottery odds. Do you think it'll be enough?
You know, I think it's the right call for them. I think the bottom 3 teams all have the same odds for the top 3 spots now, and it'll be much more even to distribute the odds for the back half of the lottery.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Robinson hits them both. The Lakers have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Robertson kicks it over to Schroeder. Count that one.
We talk about Schroeder's toughness. Just shrugs off the hit and keeps on going.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. The pass to Calderon. Passes to Drummond. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. And Cousins kicks to Stevenson. When you look around the NBA, are there any small issues you think could grow into bigger issues, Steve, going forward?
Well, I think the one issue right now is what are teams doing at the end of the year versus trying to stay competitive and win games or trying to look possibly down in the NBA draft lottery.
Right.
I think that's one of those problems that we have to address. I think also small markets, I don't think that's much of a problem if you have organizations in the forefront. Winning is in the forefront. I don't think whether it's small market or big market, guys do look at that as far as endorsements, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there. And so it's Calderon who brings it up for the Pistons. Kicks it to Baines. Robinson up top. He's guarded by Schroeder. This one for 3. Connects from 3-point range. Bates Diop's got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for the Pistons. LA has gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Stevenson drives in, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Lance Stevenson. At the line for 2.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him. Steve, do you think the NBA is heading to a place where ideal lineups will have 5 capable playmakers on the floor, like a more of a positionless game?
Yeah, I think so, Kevin. I think right now teams are trying to find a guy that's 6'7", 6'8", that defensively can play, guys that are larger, and then on offensive end, somewhat a la Draymond Green, can run point guard for you. So I think right now that's the size and skill set people are looking forward to.
Wait a minute, you just described yourself.
The only difference was we had guys that was 7'2", 7'3", 350, so I had to play the guard position.
And Drummond throws it down.
Already a double-double machine, Drummond. With a little bit better offense, he could start putting up mad 20-20 lines.
Here's Robertson, guarded by Robinson. Cousins finds Howard. Schroeder outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Schroeder's got 11 in the second half.
Schroeder has really improved as a three-point shooter. With that shot, he becomes even more dangerous.
Baines dishes to Robinson. Another three for Detroit.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Now here's Stevenson. To the paint. Now here's Cousins. The feed to Schroeder. Howard, the pass to Robertson. Over Robinson. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a two-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
What I like that he came ready to compete in this game, but he did it under control. Tremendous poise, never seemed to be in a hurry, just played the game the right way. I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Now, here's Stevenson. And that one's good. Cousins.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one, they have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Schroeder against Calderon. Here's Bates Diop. Back to Calderon. Pulls it up. And misses it off the right side of the rim. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, what is your sense of how the team is playing at the moment?
We have a good thing going right now, and we want to try to keep it going. And the best part about tonight's game was the defensive end. We defended, and we shared the ball, and that's a good ingredient to a win.
It was working at both ends, LeBron. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.